Hello, everyone. Welcome to Light Language Messenger. And for those of you watching on the Great Awakening Generator, you are very welcome here. Just forgot to turn the phone off and I got a message coming through. Okay. Well, friends, how are you? How's everything going in your worlds? I hope really well. I've got to make sure that the sound is right. I think we're okay. So today I've just been pondering and reflecting on some conversations I've been having with friends, and I feel like sometimes when we have conversations with friends, we start to realize things about ourselves that we didn't know we knew, right? And yesterday I had a conversation with a friend who was talking to me about something that she was afraid um, I would think badly of her. And today I had another conversation with a friend where she had to tell me something about herself, and like the other friend, and I think this friend was not afraid. I think, yes, in some ways afraid of what I was going to think about, what she was thinking or feeling. Now, I said to both of them, obviously they not the same, it's not the same conversation, but I said to both of them, I am I am available to listen to anything you want to tell me, and do not think about how I might feel about that, really, because if you know anything about me, is that I hear the things that people say, but I don't necessarily think badly of them. Um, I try not to think badly of people most of the time, right? Even when they're being harmful. And I think part of our journey at the moment is, as we are coming to ourselves and as we are reaching the higher planes, is to be non-judgmental. So I'm going to encourage you. I mean, hey, I don't get it right all the time. You know that. You watch this channel, you hear some of the things I say sometimes. I don't get the judgment thing right all the time, but I hope that I get it right more times than less times, because I am on the journey. And that when I get it right more times than less times, it means that I feel progressive in my journey. Yeah. Okay. Right. Today's light language message. Got to tell you, it's quite a warm day in Auckland, and I'm dressed all formally because I was being interviewed for some work today, accounting work. And yeah, I personally, I don't think it's going to happen. But well, I've said it. Oh, I think I'm not supposed to go into offices and do work. And every time when I have a conversation with somebody about work and they talk about going into the office, I just feel like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. But I tell you what, this company really does support that work from home model. So, they're saying it. So, but anyway, I mentioned this to you because in a few weeks' time, there'll be more stuff coming to the forefront, and I'll be able to tell you more when it all starts to happen. And it's a progressive, wonderful thing that I think is about to happen. So I want to share it with you. And I'm just saying, well, I'm gearing myself, I'm preparing myself, even if it means through the transition process of wherever it is next, or whatever is next for me, that I do the work that I already know. I'm happy to do that because I believe it's time to take some action and make some big changes in my world. And it's really exciting, but yeah, sorry, I don't mean to be like that, to say, oh, give you a little bit and then pull it back. It's just that so many of us are going through transitions, right? We're going through that transitional phase of our lives. And sometimes I find it hard to keep a secret, even of my own. Okay, right, here we are. Let's do this. Today, we have a beautiful, beautiful dragon to come through. And yeah, I've really been thinking about whether we carry on bringing in dragons, but we do have a few to go through. We have probably about another 2 or 3 of this time, and then we'll go back to other cards and use those cards as our platform for invoking support and bringing in energy using the light language, as we do, right? So I don't know. We'll find out in the weeks to come how much longer we go with it. I want to share my screen. So today's dragon is this beautiful dragon, the Magenta Dragon. It's Archangel Mariel's Magenta Dragon. It enables us to bring forward our soul wisdom. Awaken your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. I thought this was a very apt. After yesterday's dragon, you know what was yesterday's dragon? And you know what? Can you believe I can't remember? Just off the bat, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the page that I was on. Wasn't it 74? Because that'll answer all my questions. No. Okay. Let's look on the phone. Oh, the silver dragon. OMG, the silver dragon. Yeah, we did the silver dragon. And that's, yeah, what's up with the memory these days, right? It's been going on for ages. But anyway, the silver dragon was a really beautiful invocation, I thought. And it had something to do with soul as well, didn't it? So this is why, there we are. We'll find it. The silver dragon was on page 56. And access untapped resources and look into your soul, see higher possibilities. And that's the thing about it. Here we are once again. It enables us to bring forward your soul wisdom. It almost feels like it's packed that way. First, we had to look into our souls. Now we are going to bring forward the soul's wisdom. So I thought that was interesting. I'm looking at this magenta dragon, and it's so pretty. It is such a pretty dragon. It's the one that is unusual in the sense that it's got horns. Yeah? Very, very beautiful. Beautiful dragon. Oh my gosh. And look at what's behind it. The cosmos is behind it, but also its color is going into the cosmos. Wonder what that is. All right, we're going to read about the magenta dragons from the book Dragons, Your Celestial Guardians by Diana Cooper. Archangel Mariel is in charge of your soul star chakra and works with the magenta dragons. These dragons accompany you on your eternal soul journey, and when you are ready, they will nudge you to wake up to who you truly are. They also enable you to bring forward your soul wisdom and accelerate your ascension in this lifetime. Their ultimate aim is to help you merge with your higher self so you live your life in a totally different way. The next title is Your Soul Journey. Your monad, or I am presence, is the 12th dimensional part of you. This mighty flame beyond human comprehension is a fragment of source light, sent out to experience creation and ultimately to return those experiences to the Godhead. Your monad sent out 12 sons or daughters, or sons and daughters, but they came to 12 together, or parts of itself deeper into matter to bring learning back home. These sons and daughters are your higher self or soul, which again is a magnificent flame, though not as bright as your monad. When your soul becomes fully 12th dimensional, it starts to merge back into the monad, though it may choose to remain separate to assist others. Each soul in turn dispatched 12 sons and daughters into the universes to learn and bring their new knowledge back to the soul. This is the part of you that is experiencing life here. It is known as a soul extension or your personality self. There are aspects of you who are soul brothers, sisters, and cousins, all on the same quest to expand their light and bring it home. You may have met them, or they may not be on Earth at the same time as you are. They may be on another planet, universe, plane, or dimension, but you can still connect with them. As soon as your 12th dimensional chakras are anchored and spinning fast, a magenta dragon will be with you, helping you to awaken soul memories. Right, the next one is the Veil of Amnesia. When we travel through the universes, planes, and dimensions, we always remember where we have come from and our origins. However, before we incarnate on Earth, we go through the veil of amnesia and forget everything. This is because we have entered the plane of free will, which was set up here by Source and the Intergalactic Council as an experiment. The aim was to see if we could come to this dense physical space, look after a physical body, and keep our connection to Source, while having free will to make our own decisions. Only brave souls dared to accept the invitation to go on such an expedition into the unknown. But millions did volunteer. No one could forecast what would happen here. A system of karma was set up so that souls could recognize that there was a consequence to every freely made decision. Once you had signed on for this journey, you had to return again and again until you got it right. This is one reason why there are 7 billion individuals on the planet right now. The next step in the experiment starts in 2032, and everyone wants to clear their karma so that they can move on. Many of them were over-optimistic about their ability to handle earthly conditions and their own karma, and this contributes to the turmoil everywhere. And yet millions are waking up, and the Magenta Dragons are here in force, assisting them to prepare for the new golden age. So, how does the Magenta Dragon help you or me? When a Magenta Dragon sees that your light is blazing, it approaches you and starts to build a huge, deep pink flame of love around you. This is filled with higher spiritual knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. The Magenta Dragon uses this to prepare you to accept who you truly are. It starts to dissolve the veil of amnesia so that you can begin to remember your origins, your soul journey, your gifts, talents, and wisdom. Then you become an enlightened one. The Magenta Dragons and Archangel Mariel's angels hold all the information about your entire journey through many planes and dimensions, on other stars and planets throughout the cosmos. They constantly remind you that you are really a great illumined being with a unique role in the universe. You have much to offer, or you would not be reading about the Magenta Dragons. They are assisting you to access your higher self and ultimately merge with it so that you see all the eyes of love and wisdom. Right, so the next title and the last title is Your Magenta Soul Star Chakra. The Soul Star is the 11th spiritual wheel in the 5th dimensional chakra column. It reflects Archangel Mariel's magnificent light and records the entire experience of your soul and that of your brother and that of your soul brothers and sisters. Your true vast light can be accessed here. This is why your soul star chakra is so important and why the Magenta Dragons are seeking out those who are ready to access their soul wisdom. They prepare the way so that the Archangel can awaken you at a deep soul level. They help you to the next step of your journey to merge with your soul or higher self. This is ascension. They accelerate it. Here is a visualization to connect with the Magenta Dragons so that you allow the door to your vast soul memories to open. You will sit in the center of your illumined soul to feel your true light. These dragons will inspire you to be a spiritual light, bringing the planet forward. This is an excellent visualization to do last thing at night before you sleep. Wow. I feel like we've read this about this dragon before on some level. And I just feel like I need to check that out. Let's just pause for a second. Well, friends, no, we actually haven't done it, but I just feel like I've read it before. This has happened to me a lot this week. It feels like my timelines are crossing over. I'm not sure what that's all about, but okay, let's carry on. So let's get to our Magenta Dragon invocation. So I know that if you're watching this and you're resonating with it, it means for me that I am cleansing myself, okay, using selenite wand. I just had to do a cleansing again. For everybody who's watching. I feel like if you resonate with us, as I was saying, it really is because we're at a time where, we're in the ascension process. We have been going through the ascension process quite evidently for those of us that are awakening, that started out, my awakening really started in 2013. But for those of us, and yet it started in 2013 and I didn't catch up with it. I could have, if I think about it, I could have been experiencing ascension processes prior to this. And actually I did, I just didn't view them as ascension process, right? Because part of ascension processes can be hungry, not hungry, joint aches, all of that, right? And there you go. Now, so I feel like what we have to do is we have to acknowledge that we're going through that, and anybody who watches it and resonates with it will be finding, yeah, okay, I resonate with that because I'm going through the ascension process. And this is very much about activation and I guess being on that activation of the soul start chakra. It's the 11th chakra, right? And it's the 11th, fifth dimensional chakra. Welcome, friends. Welcome again. Welcome. Today we're going to invoke Archangel Mariel's Magenta Pink Dragons. And they're going to help us with this thing of going through the process of ascension. And they're going to help us to bring forward our soul's wisdom. And the intention with bringing forward the soul's wisdom is to prepare for accelerated ascension. Now, are we in a hurry? But are we? Because we're obviously not in a hurry. And then some of us are. But if you're really feeling agitated about it, then I'm going to encourage you to find out why. Why is it that you're feeling agitated about it? Because if some things are slow, then there might be other reasons for it. It might be that you have to go through some process or the other for this, so that you learn something in it and then you get to this point of, I want to accelerate my ascension. But for those of us that are quite sure that this is what we need to do, go within, take the time, tune into your higher self, your guides, and ask them do we do this invocation. All right, I have to say that. So, I mean, I'm at the point of definitely I want to awaken my soul memories and have a higher spiritual understanding about myself and my purpose, especially that from here on, a lot of us have been wanting to tap into our purpose here on the planet for a long, long time, right? However, it's becoming more and more important. It's becoming more and more evident and urgent to know your purpose, because then you sort of, why are we wanting to understand our purpose on the planet? Why do we want to know what is that soul? Why do we want to awaken the soul memories? So that we can truly understand who we are, what we do, and what we've come here to do, right? Because remember, we've chosen the Veil of Amnesia to come here. And so this is what needs to happen, because I think quite often when we understand our soul's purpose, when we have the awakening of the soul's memories, then we understand relationships on the planet. We understand events that are taking place. We get a little bit more comfortable with who we are, our soul's purpose, what we're doing, and we start to have this level of assurance around us. We have this energy of assurance around us where we're not actually feeling fearful. We're not actually seeing discomfort where situations were previously making us discomfort. We think and we know and we realize this is part of the soul's journey. It has to take place for me to get to that next step. The wisdom that comes from knowing or having awakening to your soul's memories is going to be amazing for all of us, right? Okay, so they've asked us to sit in a quiet and undisturbed space. They're not asking us to bring in light a candle. So if you feel connected to do that, do that. If you feel you want to hold a crystal, then by all means do that. If you have rose quartz, symbolic of the color pink, and so now we're going to invoke one of Archangel Mariel's magenta pink dragons for us individually, okay? Now be aware of this glorious dragon creating a magenta flame around you. Kalamatu kuna malo chilo ale lama heto. Hikana fulo samele tsopora novele kitono la meketana de kuna masei. O kama leche la mahelo tomoto foto la mateta la tafana keta totoloro. E baba shlama to fra he. He lo 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 ma he la ma le lo 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 le 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 cha ele me ke lo mo to ma le to pa talama chika jay. Now friends, I want you to stop for a moment and just keep your feet firmly planted on the ground and then take a breath. We're going to take 3 breaths, all right? We're starting now and then we're just going to free flow it, okay? All right, breathing in through the nose. This is the first one. Breathing out through the mouth. Next one. Korobahito. Right, 1, 2, 3, here we go. And last one. Yes, and I'm all yeah. Oh, I'm again out of I am. Just clearing, friends, clearing. Yeah, how? And after you've done your breathing, be aware of the glorious dragon creating a magenta flame around you. We've already had this, but I just wanted to do the breathing again and say that again. And it is blowing it into your soul star. So fan it to life. See it expand and glow. Now above you is the multicolored flame of your illumined soul. Now sit on the dragon's back. It is taking you on a journey to visit other lifetimes, planes of existence, and even different universes. Ho, ho, sure. And you find yourself, you bring back memories consciously or unconsciously. You bring back memories. And now the dragon flies you into the center of the flame that is your vast soul energy. And now you see the colors, the light, and energies that are swirling around you. Yeah, la la, le la la mulla mulle. Rest calmly here and notice how you feel. Now, note how intense and illumined you truly are. The magenta dragon returns you to where you started from. Now bring with you your entire soul energy down with you for a few moments. Ira baba bri lo vale la lo vale go tamale jo la le da do tale da no. Koma mai lo male male la. Hiro baba hikuro zelate. Oh, no. So now when you bring your entire soul energy down with you for a few moments, ask that as much of your higher self energy stays with you as possible, as much as possible. As much of your higher soul's energy stays with you for as much as possible. Here baba, look lamate mala hikuna hikana ukana matsela kachemero sahe. Koma here, olo tamele tama koma here. Now, thank Archangel Mariel's Magenta Dragon. Yena okotoma. Yamaloto. Lamato talamate. Thank you, Magenta Dragon. Thank you, Magenta Dragon. Kolomahina makita lamahana tamata nahana hana kucholoto kolomahana. And now as you open your eyes, so you might want to pause. You might want to pause because, hey, that was a big, big action to take. And it feels so unassuming. Kotrana. Kiama ko homo ko tama ke tama ukuno ka ima ikuno ka ima ika uta ika iroro ke taina say. Feet firmly planted on the ground, friends. Korabaki tarama toro te ama totoroma. Yaho. Thank you, universe. Thank you, monad. Thank you, higher self. Thank you for knowing exactly what we need when we need it. Amolo mahima. Amolo mahima. Hima. Umalima. Keramahuma. Kisrama homa lema shiga. Kotrama haina selahai. Okoma hima homa lema hifshana futsana veksana. Kutsana vetsana vetsana vutsana vetlomahi kamahi samahi korai temete temero tabahi kofashe. Ho nemekirahai. Oh, namahe, tamane, kuramashta, inna kitano, ineketu, lekitofana, let's almost. Hibaba, cheerlam. Hilekishafana, kutramahe, samakonahe. Sapirkanafahina. Take another look at the magenta dragon, friends. Kobarana. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. I want to say, ain't she a beautiful thing? I don't know about the gender. I don't know if gender matters. But Soma, I get the feminine energy from this dragon. I do. And look, if you getting another energy, please share it. And yes, I know she's got horns, or it's got horns, but I get a feminine energy from this. But this could be this masculine energy that is unashamed about its feminine energy, divine feminine self. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen for a moment. Well, there you go, friends. The magenta dragon. Apologies for the yawning. I just do this clearing and I just feel like today, for whatever reason, I just need to be lying down and having a bit of a rest, because the energies they've been quite intense for the last few days. I hope you enjoyed the magenta dragons. They are quite something else. If we can see it, maybe we show it. Yeah, there it is. The other way around, Rose, the other way. Other way, Mrs. Collins. Mr. Collins. This is a line from Pride and Prejudice, by the way. That's the magenta. There it is on the card. That's the picture you've been seeing. The magenta dragon. Talamahofla. Kina. All right, friends, I'll catch you next time here on Light Language Messenger and the Great Awakening Generator. I'm going to have to lie down now after all of that energy, and I wish you well, and I hope all continues to be well in your worlds. And hey, remember, keep reaching for the stars. I'll catch you next time here on both channels. Namaste.